கொஞ்சம் பிஸியா இருக்காங்க சார்.
ஓகே, கோ அஹெட்.
ப்ரொஃபசர் சுகுமார் சார், நீங்க உங்க வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணிக்கலாம் சார். தினேஷ் குமார் சார், நீங்க உங்க வீடியோ கொஞ்சம் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருங்க சார். சார் சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் வந்துட்டாங்க சார்.
Sir, unmute பண்ணு.
Sir, good morning, sir. Principal, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Thank you.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாமா சார்?
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Shall we proceed, sir? Principal, sir?
Yes, sir. Ask chief guest.
Anbuli, sir? Start பண்ணலாமா?
சார்ட்ட கேட்டுக்கோங்க. chief guest சார்ட்ட கேட்டுக்கோங்க.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. You can start, madam.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
Sophia, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning to all dignitaries, guests, and delegates. With great joy and immense exultation, I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here for this faculty development program. To start with the program, we can be more reassuring and heartwarming than affectionate words of welcome. To formally welcome us, let us lend our ears to our principal investigator, Dr. B.P. Anbuli.
Good morning to one and all present here. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this faculty development program on entrepreneurship. We gathered here today with immense pleasure to enthusiasm to inaugurate the faculty development program on entrepreneurship, a commendable initiative sponsored by the Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. This program is a testament of our collective commitment towards fostering innovation, nurturing entrepreneurship, and catalyzing economic growth. I am honored to stand before you today representing Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, a premier institution that has always championed the cause of education and innovation. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed dignitaries present here today. Sri Engineer S. Rajagopal, President of our Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, Sri S. Jayaram, Vice President, Sri M. Vijay Raghavan, Secretary Sir, Mr. K. Rajendra Babu Sir, Mr. E. Alvarsamy, Treasurer Sir, has been pillars of strength in our institution's journey and strong commitment to nurturing a culture of entrepreneurship and innovation among the students. I welcome you, sir. I am privileged to welcome Dr. A. Ramasubaya, the principal of Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, who has been a guiding force in steering this institution towards excellence, and his visionary leadership have been instrumental in shaping our institution into a hub of knowledge and innovation. Welcome you, sir.
Good morning.
We are privileged to have Dr. M. Sivakumar, Professor and Head, Department of Entrepreneurship Studies, Chairperson of the School of Business Studies, and Director in charge of UGC MMTTC at Madurai Kamaraj University, as our keynote speaker. Dr. Sivakumar is a distinguished authority in the field of entrepreneurship, and his insights and guidance will undoubtedly inspire our faculty members on this entrepreneurial journey. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
To all my esteemed participants, I extend my heartiest welcome. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment towards furthering the cause of entrepreneurship education. Welcome you all the participants, and I extend my heartfelt welcome to Dr. M. Saktivel, Head of the Department of Business Administration, Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, who is always being motivated. Welcome you, sir. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all my fellow colleagues, Dr. R. Meenakshi Devi ma'am, Dr. R. Sophia ma'am, Dr. D. Niranjani ma'am, Dr. R. Venkatesh Narasimha Pandian, Assistant Professors of Department of Business Administration, Mannar Thirumalai Nayakar College, for their continuous encouragement and kind support and help for organizing this program. I welcome you all. In today's rapidly evolving world, Entrepreneurship plays a vital role in shaping economic and driving innovation. As educators, it is our responsibility to equip the next generation with the knowledge, skill, and mindset necessary to succeed in the entrepreneurial landscape. Throughout this program, we will engage in insightful discussion, share best practices, and learn from each other's experiences. Our aim is to empower you, the dedicated faculty members, to inspire and guide our students in their pursuit of entrepreneurship. Together, we will explore the latest trends, strategies, and resources that will enable us to nurture a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship within our educational institutions. This is not only a professional development opportunity, but also a chance to make lasting impact on the future leaders and innovators of our society. I encourage you to actively participate, collaborate, and take full advantage of the expertise and the knowledge that our distinguished speakers and fellow educators bring to this program. Let us work together to create a dynamic and enriching learning environment that fosters entrepreneurial excellence. I have no doubt that this faculty program will not only benefit our institutions but also the broader entrepreneurial ecosystem. Thank you for being a part of this initiative, and I look forward to the existing journey ahead. I welcome you all once again and hope that this faculty development program and entrepreneurship will be enriching and enlightening experience for everyone involved. Let us work together to shape a brighter future for our students and our nation. Let us make this program a resounding success, and I wish you all a productive and inspiring day ahead. Once again, a warm welcome to Ponnandal present here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Successful people make decisions based, and we have our successful person to warm our hearts with hopeful words of inspiration. I request our principal, Dr. A. Ramasubaya, to deliver presidential address.
Respected Secretary Mr. M.J. Raghavan in absentia, other dignified, distinguished governing council members, respected chief guest of today's program, Professor M. Sivakumar sir, and Dr. Saktivel, the head of the Department of Business Administration in absentia, and all the faculty members of Business Administration of our college, the participants across the nation, good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure. In fact, it is a great honor and privilege to deliver the presidential address in this two-week faculty development program on entrepreneurship. In the esteemed presence of the former registrar of our university, I would like to tell you that we offer 17 undergraduate programs and 8 postgraduate programs in our college. And we have 5 PhD programs also in our institution. But it is not an exaggeration. Of all the programs that we offer in our college, and BBA is one of the most sought after programs being offered in our college. The reason is because of the military discipline, because of the students who are going for higher education after their undergraduation, and also the placement record. Since I was the IQC coordinator for some time, and I could see that the students are well placed in the department, and it is all the collective efforts by the department under the headship of Dr. Saktivel. And fortunately, I'm happy. Fortunately, this department is helping me like anything, because uh, the faculty members, all the 5 faculty members. Recently, Venkatesh Narasimha Pandian recently he was inducted in the department, and earlier Dr. Meenakshi Devi, Dr. Anbali, Dr. Sophia, and Dr. Naranjani. All these people are known. All these faculty members are known for their diligence, known for their hard work, and such a way that they drop applications, send proposal to various funding agencies, and successfully they tap grants from different agencies, funding agencies, and this is one of them. This is one of its kinds that they have tapped funds from DST. If I remember that all these 4 faculty members, they have been conducting such kind of programs for a long time. If I remember, maybe 4 or 5 years, they have been conducting programs like this. And this time they have successfully tapped fund from DST to conduct a 2-week faculty development program on entrepreneurship. And I would like to inform you that 2 more programs are in the pipeline. Not 2 more, 3 more programs are in the pipeline. And we have received communication from Delhi that the proposals are accepted, and the funds are also released. And before that, they are going to organize one more program, maybe in a couple of days, for exclusively for women, I think so. So such a way that this department is very vibrant. That's why I told you that this is one of the best departments that we have in our college. And students, we receive a lot of applications for admissions. And I thank, as the principal of the college, I thank all the faculty members, including the other department, for their collective efforts to elevate the institution to the greater heights. At the same time, I was given an understanding that when they floated this brochure in the WhatsApp groups, I'm given an understanding that there were 400 plus participants, and they found it very difficult to filter, shortlist the participants for this program. And all the 400 participants across the country, I'm extremely happy that seeing the overwhelming responses. And I think that this department is all the faculty members collectively they put their heads together, and they have selected 40 candidates, and 40 candidates across the nation. And I believe that these 2-week faculty development program on entrepreneurship will have rich experience for all the participants. I was very particular when these people came to me, and I told them that such a way, please invite rich people who have put in rich experience in the field, and invite them as resource persons, because I was very particular about with the faculty members, they shouldn't disappoint the participants. And I believe that how they meticulously put their efforts in choosing the participants, similarly, they would have also put their efforts in choosing the right resource persons to for the 2-week faculty development programs. And I'm happy that this department is vibrant and frequently conducting programs like this. And I thank all the participants, and also at the same time, I thank all the faculty members for their collective efforts, and wish you all the best. And let me meet you during the valedictory session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chief Guest, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable. Next, I call upon Dr. R. Meenakshi Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to introduce the chief guest.
Thank you, Sophia ma'am. So I take the privilege to introduce our today's chief guest, Dr. M. Shivakumar, Professor and Head, Department of Entrepreneurship Studies, Chairperson, School of Business Studies, Madurai Kamaraj University. He is having 27 years of teaching and research experience. He is the former registrar in charge of Madurai Kamarajar University. He occupied various administrative positions like registrar in charge, director constituent colleges, additional director MKU hostels, director Tamil Nadu government schemes, director in charge UGC HRDC, program coordinator Anna Centenary IAS Coaching Academy of Madurai Kamaraj University. He is serving as a research guide and produced 15 PhDs so far, and also serving as doctoral committee member in various reputed universities in India. To his credit, he has completed one consultancy project and a major project under RUSA. He authored 8 books and published 52 articles in refereed national and international journals to his credit. He presented 66 research papers in various national and international conferences. He organized 12 workshops and 10 seminars and conferences in his career so far. He is an accredited trainer to conduct Tamil Nadu government entrepreneurship development programs. Also, he has got an award for teaching excellence in the Indo-American Educational Summit by the year 2016. Above all, I would like to mention that he is a mentor to our department of BBA, Manakrinda Nayaka College. So not only to us, but for many academicians and academic groups, he is acting as a mentor. He never hesitates to extend his helping hands whenever and wherever necessary. We are thankful to you, sir. And I invite Dr. M. Sivakumar to present his inaugural keynote address.
Thank you. Thank you so much, madam. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So at the outset, I would like to thank the management of entrepreneurship, respected principal, sir, the organizers, Dr. Andoli, Viranjani, and other faculty members of the department, Dr. Saktivel, HOD of Business Administration, and other faculty members, management committee members. So really, it's a wonderful day for me to share my ideas with you regarding the entrepreneurship. We all know that entrepreneurship is a buzzword. Wherever you go, this terminology is the most used terminology in the academic arena today. If you take any central government policies or state government policies, everything finally comes to the end in the concept called as entrepreneurship or startups. So even the government of Tamil Nadu has taken a wonderful initiative to promote entrepreneurship called as Tamil Nadu Startup Initiative Mission, and they are having a lot of schemes to promote entrepreneurship culture in the state. National schemes are also there. Many schemes are available, and mainly we have to think about why people are largely talking about this entrepreneurship. We have to think about the industrial revolutions happened earlier and in which phase we are now. Actually, we are in Industry 5.0 today. We have to think about the earlier industrial revolution starting from the year 1784. So at that time, Industrial Revolution 1.0 happened, where mechanization and the introduction of steam and water power was the major concern. And after that, Industry Revolution 2.0 happened, where mass production assembly lines using electrical power was the major concern. And in Industrial Revolution 3.0, in 1969, automated production, computers, IT systems, and robotics were the major concern. And now, Industry 4.0, we are here, and smart factory, autonomous systems, IoT, machine learning are all there in today's industrial setup. Tomorrow, the future is looking for Industrial Revolution 5.0, where mass customization and cyber physical cognitive systems will be there. So, if you take any institution today, most of the courses are designed based on the entrepreneurial inputs. For example, if you take commerce, we are having a lot of subdivisions or specializations in commerce. For example, we are thinking about commerce, professional accounting, or commerce, banking and insurance, or commerce in honors, and become in blockchain technology. Okay, or even mostly we are touching the e-commerce area, where digitalizing is a promising area. Um, People talk about this artificial intelligence and other areas to the larger extent today. Even in the recent past, I know that many institutions, they have started courses on blockchain technology or artificial intelligence or cyber security, data science, and some other major areas. So all these areas are interlinked with the concept of entrepreneurship. So why people are talking about entrepreneurship today? The maximum in all the meetings, in all the policy papers, we are seeing this terminology, startup or entrepreneurship. The major reason is the government cannot provide, or the private sector cannot provide employment for all. Day by day, the number of graduates, those who are coming out of the institutions, is increasing. But the employment opportunity and other things are not up to the mark. So the next choice for the government is to promote the entrepreneurship. So in that way, only government has taken a big step towards developing the entrepreneurship in the nation. And the union government, they are giving a lot of schemes. Very popularly, you may know about one scheme called as Mudra. This Mudra scheme is a very simple scheme where anyone who is to some kind of extended with the financial support up to the level of 10 lakhs without any collateral or anything else. So that kind of support is given by the central government. Even in the state government, we are having this TANSIM, Tamil Nadu Startup Innovation Mission, and we are having a lot of schemes. Very popular scheme in this TANSIM is TANSEED. So in this TANSEED scheme also, they are giving up to 10 lakhs without any collateral for the entrepreneurs, those who are really having the interest as well as the good idea. Okay. So the major issue in these things are, most of the people don't know any idea about these particular schemes. So I believe that these kind of faculty development programs will give more inputs on this kind of aspects, and that will be taken to the students in the larger extent. Maybe the faculty members, those who are attending this 2-week faculty development program, observe all the ideas, and you please share those ideas to the students of your own institution. So that is the very important primary objective of this particular MTP, I think so. If you talk about startups, it's a very important buzzword today. Wherever you go, people talk about. Even the government of India, they are having a scheme called as Startup India scheme, and Made in India, Startup India, and Stand Up India. So these are the relevant schemes which is supporting the entrepreneurship development in the nation. So that way we are having a lot of real ventures where people are thinking about the latest technology combined with concept of business like that. I would like to give one simple example on this. That is called as InsurTech, combining insurance and technology. How we are combining this biology and technology, and called as biotechnology. Today, technology is a part of each and every part of the segment of the business. So insurance sector is there, technology is there, combinedly it is called as InsurTech. So under this, we can connect artificial intelligence, we can connect machine learning, We can connect IoT, that is Internet of Things, and then we can connect the smartphone applications. We can connect cyber security, and we can connect big data analytics, drones, blockchain technology, and all the things with this particular InsurTech. So for the entrepreneurs, one more important thing is they have to be very keen in developing their technological knowledge, especially in the field of computers, so that the world is not only the world, especially in India, we have a digital revolution today, especially after COVID. Most of us are turned out to use the digital aspects. Even for the small payments, we are not spending through currency. We are using the mobile apps or something else, or net banking or something else. So to that extent, the digital aspect is coming inside our life. So it is reflecting on the entrepreneurial ventures also. So a lot of online platform business are emerging, and even the students can think about starting their own business in the online platform in a very simple manner. I can give you an example. One of my students who started a small idea as a business through online mode, that is preparing a customized gifts for marriage or birthday or some other function like that. So she simply started this business, and during the COVID period, she started through the online mode. And then now it is developed, and today she is having international customers. So to that extent, that particular small idea is developed, and that particular student started an event management company today. And I'm seeing in their approach when they are taking this online platform. So going through the online platform using the e-commerce is also very important for the entrepreneurs today. So these are all the points I would like to inform, or I would like to share with you regarding the entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is a process, and the outcome is the enterprise. The person is the entrepreneur. So I believe this 2-week faculty development program organized by the Department of Business Administration, Mannar Tirumali Nayakar College, will attract good entrepreneurial acumen among the faculty members, and it will share more ideas to the students also. And I believe that this 2-week program will come out with a fruitful result. At least few faculty members or even the students, if they are involving themselves in this entrepreneurial arena, it will be the success of this faculty development program. And talking about this Department of Business Administration, as Meenakshi Madam told, it is very close to me, and in most of the occasions during the NAC visit or pre-NAC preparation, everything, I visited the department and gave and share my own ideas with the department. And the faculty members are very enthusiastic also. They are willing to hold such a kind of programs often. So that is very important. Not only this program, I am witnessing for the past 5 or 6 years a series of programs, lot of initiatives taken by the department, by all the faculty members under the headship of Professor Sakti sir. And all of you are good friends of mine, and I wish you all a great success in all your endeavors, and let this 2-week faculty development program may be the great success of your institution. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Actually, we are honored to have you with us today. You have shared your insights and experience to our participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Special congratulations to the coordinators of this program, Dr. Rangoli and Niranjani, madam.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, madam.
So I invite Dr. D. Niranjani, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, to propose vote of thanks.
Good morning to all. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning to all. On behalf of Manna Thirumalanakar College, I would like to express our deepest gratitude proposed vote of thanks. First and foremost, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. A. Ramasubaya, the principal of our institution, for his presidential address. His wisdom and guidance continue to inspire us and shape the future of this institution. I am deeply honored to express our heartfelt thanks to Dr. M. Sivakumar, Professor and Head, Department of Entrepreneurship Studies, Madurai Kamaraj University, for accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir. I extend my gratitude to management, head of the department, and our colleagues for their continuous guidance and support. Their encouragement has been a driving force behind our achievements, and we are thankful for their unwavering support. Thank you, my dear colleagues. I would also like to express our heartfelt thanks to the Department of Science and Technology for their sponsorship to conduct this faculty development program. In closing, I want to express my gratitude to each and every one of you present here today. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your contribution. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, professors. Shall I
Thank
leave
you,
now?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you.
So all the best for your continuous effort and development.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Only, sir.
Anbuli sir, voice இல்ல.
Audible அல்ல sir. இல்ல சுத்தமா இல்ல. கேட்கல.
சார் மியூட்ல இருக்கு சார்.
சார் மியூட்ல இருக்கு.
எஸ்.
சார் அன்புலி சார் ஆடியபிளா இல்ல. ஹெட்செட் செக் பண்ணுங்க சார். ஆடியோ ஏதோ ஆன்ல இருக்கா செக் பண்ணுங்க. சார் ஆடியபிளா இல்ல சார். உங்கதை லாக் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு லாகின் பண்ணுங்க ஒரு தடவை. மீட்டிங் ஜாயின் பண்றப்ப ஆடியோ ஆன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? அன்புலி சார் ஆடியபிளா இல்ல சார். இல்ல மொபைல்ல கூட லாகின் போடுங்க சார்.
அன்புலி சார் முடிஞ்ச ஹெட்செட் எடுத்துட்டு கூட பேசுங்களேன் டைரக்டா. சார் முதல்ல எல்லாம் நல்லா தான் கேட்டுச்சு. உங்க ஹெட்செட்ல ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம் நினைக்கிறேன்.
சார் அப்படி இல்லைன்னா மொபைல் லாகின் போட்டு மொபைல்ல ஸ்பீக்கர் போட்டு விடுங்க சார்.
ஆமா, அப்படி கூட பண்ணுங்க.
டெஸ்க்டாப் கூட நீங்க யூஸ் பண்ண வேண்டாம், மொபைல் யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க.
மொபைல்ல போட்டு விட்டுருவா.
இப்ப கேக்குது கேக்குது.
இப்ப கேக்குது சார். லேப்டாப்ல ஹெட்செட் உருவிட்டு திருப்பி போட்டு பாருங்க சார் ப்ளீஸ். இல்ல வாய்ஸ் வரல.
சார் அன்புலி சார்.
மேம் நாங்க ரிலீவ் ஆகவா?
மேம் நீங்க ரிலீவ் ஆயிக்கோங்க மேம், நான் டேக் ஓவர் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் மேம் நானு.
ஓகே மேம், ஓகே மேம்.
தேங்க் யூ மேம்.
தேங்க் யூ மேம்.
தேங்க் யூ.
தேங்க் யூ மேம்.
மேம் கேக்குதா மேம்?
சார் இப்ப கேக்குது சார்.
கேக்குது சார்.
தேங்க் யூ தேங்க் யூ.
வாய்ஸ் கேக்குதுங்களா சார்? இப்ப கேக்குது.
Sir, shall we start?
Yes sir, you can start sir, please.
Dr. N. Vivek?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes. Dear participants, thank you very much for joining the inaugural session. Now we are moving into the first session. First of all, I have to apologize for the inconvenience caused by us during the inaugural function. Right? The first speaker is Dr. N. Vivek, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, the American College, Madurai. He is having more than 10 years of experience in the field of teaching and research. His qualification is MBA, MCom, MA Economics, and PhD in Commerce. He has cleared both net in management and commerce. Before joining the American college, he worked as a faculty in the Department of Management Studies, Anna University Regional Campus, Madurai. He received more than 10 lakhs from Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, Ahmedabad, to organize entrepreneurship awareness camp for students, a faculty development program on entrepreneurship, women entrepreneurship development program. He acted as resource person for more than 50 programs in the field of entrepreneurship. He has written more than 10 books, including statistics, entrepreneurship, banking, and other books. He had presented more than 50 papers in national and international conferences. He has more interest in entrepreneurship, and he has published more than 75 papers in both national and international reputed journals. I hope he will be the right person for the first session, who is going to concentrate on unleashing entrepreneurship, need of entrepreneurship, and other areas. So you can utilize his expertise for him, and you can encourage us to motivate our students in the field of entrepreneurship. So I thank you, Mr. Dr. Vivek, for having as a resource person for this first session. Now I am handovering the session to Dr. N. Vivek. Dr. N. Vivek,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your introduction. Very good morning, everybody. To the participants, organizers, everybody, have a good morning. I deem it as an immense pleasure to be a part of this 2-week faculty development program and entrepreneurship, which is organized by the Department of Business Administration of College in Madurai, Entrepreneurship College, and sponsored by PDI, Department of Science and Technology. And I'm very happy to be the speaker of the session, and I'm going to focus on 3 things. My presentation will be on 3 things. Number 1 is about the overview of this FDP, the objective, and what are the expectations from the participants at the end of this FDP. This is the first presentation, which will be followed by the importance, need, evolution, and all the theoretical and the foundation aspects of entrepreneurship. And finally, we'll be discussing about the present scenario. We'll be unleashing entrepreneurship, in which we'll be dealing about the present scenario of entrepreneurship in India. What are the steps that are being taken by the government of India to promote entrepreneurship, etc. So you can just listen my session, and at the end of the session, if you have any queries, you can very well ask me. I'm here to help you. So to begin with, I'll share a PPT now, once again. Yeah, okay. Message me in the chat box. Please give me an S if it is visible. Can somebody please tell me if the PPT is visible? Sir?
Sir, not now, sir.
Definitely, yes, I'm open.
Is the PPT visible, ma'am?
No, sir, not visible, sir.
No, I've shared it. Sir, I believe I share PPT on my Is it visible now, ma'am?
No, sir, not visible, sir. Sir, can I share the PPT, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
1 second, sir. Sir, is it visible, sir?
No, ma'am.
Sir, is it visible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. It is visible. It is.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Sir, this slide is
So,
okay, or I want to move next slide?
it is okay. This is the first slide. It is okay. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So, yeah. To begin with, we must know the objective of this faculty development program. Why are they training the teachers? And what is the need to focus on training teachers towards entrepreneurship? We all need to know that. Because this is an eye-opening or an eye-spacing session, we must know the objective of this FDP. See, this FDP is mainly focused on training the trainers. We teachers are already, we are trainers. This faculty development program, which is sponsored by the DST of Government of India, is focusing on training the trainers, training the teachers who are already we are the trainers. This FDP is focusing to train us again in the field of entrepreneurship, because the fact is that a student is spending most of his time with us, and we do have an influencing part to play in a student's life. So before encouraging the students to become an entrepreneur, we must know the basic foundation, the pros and cons, the scheme of governments towards entrepreneurship. And this faculty development program will tell us all about this foundation schemes, etc. Thereby, they will be trying to train the trainers, number one. And number two is, by taking up this training, we, the faculty members, can become resource person someday. In the upcoming days after completion of this FDP, we can become resource person of our own, and we can guide and motivate young students. Particularly, the government is focusing on the students from science and technology stream, and we must tell them, we must emphasize them to become an entrepreneur by saying that they should never become a job seeker, they must be a job creator. And there's a Chinese proverb which comes like this: give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Getting into a job, seeking a job, is like giving a man a fish. You give him a fish, you feed him a day. That's it. But when you teach him how to fish, he'll be fed for his lifetime. Entrepreneurship is the second part. It is like teaching somebody how to fish so that they can be happy throughout their life. So the FDP is focusing on two objectives. Number one, the government of India through DST is focusing on training the trainers. Number one. Number two, by taking up this training, we, the faculty members, can become resource person in the upcoming days, and we can guide and motivate young students, particularly from the area of science and technology, to become an entrepreneurship or to take up entrepreneurship as their career. So this is the objective of this proposed FDP. to speak about the outcome of this FDP. Ma'am, can you please move on to the next slide? Yeah. So after completion of this FDP, what are the participants expected to do is that teaching entrepreneurship is like it is different from teaching the subject. In subject we do have a particular books we have if it is a problem paper, we'll have an illustration, we'll teach that to the students, they'll work it out, we'll give them mark, they'll pass everything. That is a routine way. But entrepreneurship is not like that. Teaching entrepreneurship is different, because when you teach entrepreneurship, you must tell them some real life example. You must be updated. So the outcome of FDP, which we are going through now, is divided into 3 phases. Number 1, at the end of this FDP, the participants or the teachers will be able to understand the teaching and learning process of entrepreneurship. Number 2, teachers today, we have to accept it. Teachers today have got a multi-dimensional role to play. Once, teachers' role was limited only to teaching or evaluation of their papers, teaching of subjects, etc. And in the present day, we have a multi-dimensional role to play. Like we do have to prepare for NAC, IQAC, NIRF, etc., etc. Likewise, today, teaching about entrepreneurship to our student is also a role. So, number 2, at the end of this FDP, we will be able to understand the changing roles of the teacher and the various components related to it. Thirdly, we'll be able to understand the importance of making teaching learning process more effective. See, teaching in a traditional way about entrepreneurship will not help us. So we have to involve different pedagogies, like one day we have to teach, one day we have to give them case study, one day we have to bring them successful entrepreneurs, etc. So how are we going to train our students in the field of entrepreneurship using different pedagogy is the third outcome. So these 3 are the outcomes that are expected from the participants at the end of this faculty development program. And the next thing we are going to see is about what is this FDP is about. Why the government of India is spending money on this kind of faculty development programs, that too especially on entrepreneurship. The thing is that the government of India, through its newly established ministry, and that particular ministry is called as Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. In short, it is called as MSDE. So government of India, through this ministry, MSDE, it is focusing on developing entrepreneurial and employability skills among the youth, especially through entrepreneurship education and training. So we lack entrepreneurship and education and training in our country, and this MSDE was established with the aim of providing this entrepreneurship education and training to the youths of our country. And how it is done? The ministry has been trying, the ministry MSDE has been trying to deliver world-class LMS. LMS means Learning and Management System. And this is done to equip potential as well as early stage entrepreneurs. To equip the early stage, in the budding stage, there will be no, in the starting level. In order to equip them, the ministry MSDE has been trying to deliver world-class LMS. And the government of India has launched several programs to develop entrepreneurs in sectors such as manufacturing, information technology and digital services, healthcare and sanitary, hygiene, etc. That too in the field of IT and digital services, government is encouraging a lot of youths to become entrepreneur in the field of IT and digital services. So how to achieve such objective? Government is very keen in encouraging students to become entrepreneurs. They want students to be to deliver world-class LMS, etc., etc. So how government is going to do that? When we see to that, to achieve these kind of objectives, the government of India has launched Pan India program, which includes programs such as schemes such as Startup India, Stand Up India, Make in India, Digital India, Clean India, etc., etc. And all these schemes are aimed at further propelling entrepreneurship movement in India. And EDI, which has got around more than 30 years of experience in the field of entrepreneurship, has designed a module to develop a cadre of trained faculty members involved in teaching entrepreneurship at the school and college levels. And this EDI has been implementing FDP successfully across the country and abroad. And this EDI, it is giving training to entrepreneurs through various schemes, one among which is EAC, Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp, and that is given to the students. This is a 3-day camp which will be given to the students. Then this EDA is also giving FDP, which we are going through now, Faculty Development Program, in which the faculty members are trained in the field of entrepreneurship. Thirdly, this EDA is giving a program called as WEDP, in which EDA is focusing on developing the women entrepreneurs. Women Entrepreneurship Development Program is its full form. And finally, there is a program called as TEDP, Technology Entrepreneur Development Program. So in which technology entrepreneurs are being developed with the help of the programs that is sanctioned by the EDA, because as we know, technology is the need of the hour. Without technology, nothing. We can do nothing. Even if you cannot transfer money today, we use Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, everything, or we never visit bank. We sit at our home, we use the digital banking services, and we are doing all kind of transaction. We are not visiting any office for any service. We are doing all kind of digital and virtual services. So in order to encourage such technological entrepreneurs, TEDP is being organized. Okay. Next, we are moving into the pedagogical tools of this FDP. So what are the methodologies that will be used in this FDP to train the trainers? Because we are the trainers and we must be trained so that we can train our students in a better way. So for which, in this FDP, during this 12-day FDP, Faculty Development Program, you will be exposed, the participants will be exposed to various pedagogical tools, such as you'll have lectures someday, you'll have case studies to solve, you will have role plays, sometimes simulation exercises will be given, sometimes at the later part of this FDP, interaction with experts in the field of entrepreneurship development. Sometimes will be given training through the government industries, to the government sectors schemes such as DIC, KVIC. Persons from there will come and they'll train you regarding the government schemes, etc. So this FDP will be a mixed pedagogy where you will not only have lectures, you'll have lectures, discussions, role plays, case studies to solve. Even at the end of this FDP, you'll be given a MCQ test to test your listening and the understanding level of the session. So you'll be having a different level of pedagogies during this FDP. So now let us move into the main concept, entrepreneurship. See, to begin with, I'll tell you about the basic introduction of entrepreneurship, its origin, etc. See, this entrepreneurship, ma'am, can you move on to the 6th slide, ma'am, please?
1 second, sir.
6th slide. 6th, next one, ma'am, next one. Next, yes, ma'am, this one. Yeah, the previous one, Okay, thank you, ma'am, thank you. So, this is the introduction or the basic idea about entrepreneurship. See, entrepreneurship is, it is or it is originated from a French word. Entrepreneurship has originated from a French word, which means a French word called as entrepreneurie, as you can see it in the PowerPoint presentation. Entrepreneurie is a French word from which the word entrepreneur has been derived. And this word literally means to start something or to undertake something. So entrepreneur means he's a person who undertakes or start something is called as an entrepreneur. And this word entrepreneur was first coined by an economist called as Jean Baptiste Say. He's an economist and he's the person who coined this word entrepreneur. And in the 18th century, an Irish French economist, he's we must give him all the credit because he's the first person to define the term entrepreneurship and entrepreneur. In the 18th century, Richard Cantillon, he's the person who first defined the term entrepreneurship and entrepreneur, and he defined them as an economic force that drives development. He quoted entrepreneurship as an economic force which drives development, which leads to development. So this is the common introduction to entrepreneurship. We have a slide. I'll show you a person. You please go through that person. The next slide, ma'am. The next slide, please. Yeah. Can you identify this person? Can somebody tell me in the chat box who's this person? Any guesses? Participants, please. Any guesses of who this person is? This picture. Any guesses? Any guesses, please? Okay, I'll tell you. He is Joseph Alois Schumpeter. This person is Joseph Alois Schumpeter. He is an Austrian political economist and he served briefly as a finance minister of Austria in 1919. During the year, he served as the finance minister of Austria and he is known as the father of entrepreneurship. This person, Joseph Alois Schumpeter, is known as the father of entrepreneurship, and he is best known for his theories on business cycles and development of capitalistic economies and for introducing the concept of entrepreneurship. And he has done this in the year 1919 itself. Is from Austria. Okay. And for Schumpeter, for this person, entrepreneur was the cornerstone of capitalism. He considered entrepreneurs to be the cornerstone of capitalism, the source of innovation. He considered entrepreneurs as a source of innovation. And he also quoted that this innovation is a vital force driving a capitalistic economy. You know what is a capitalistic economy? And this Schumpeter, he considered entrepreneur who used to be very innovative as a vital force for driving a capitalistic economy. Next, to deal with the various, we do have lots and lots of types of entrepreneurs, but main classification of entrepreneur is of 4 types. There are 4 types of entrepreneurs, and you can choose anyone. You can be anyone, or you can induce your students to become any one of this type. There are 4 types usually. Number 1 is small business entrepreneurs. Number 1, first type of entrepreneurs are called as
Sir, can I move next slide, sir?
Business. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Next one. Types, ma'am. Yeah, this one. Yes, ma'am. So we have got 4 types of entrepreneurship, and you can become any one of this kind. One is small business entrepreneur, scalable startup company, and the final one is social entrepreneurs. And we do have a lot more types, but the main classification is these 4 types. So I'll explain you what are these 4 types. Small business entrepreneurship. You can find this near your home in our local area. These business are like, I'll tell you some examples. The hairdressers, grocery store, the travel agents that you have, electricians in your area, carpenter in your area, all these kind of people come under the category called as small business entrepreneurship. What these people does is that these people, they'll run or own their own business, and they'll be hiring their family members or local employee for doing their work. And for them, the profit they earn would be able to feed their family, and they'll be not making 100 million business or taking over an industry. Their profit level will be very, very small, which will be enough to feed their family alone. They'll not make any million or trillion turnovers. Their profit will be very small. And how do they fund their business? How do they able to manage their finances? That they fund their business by taking smaller loans or getting loans from a friend or a family. And these type of entrepreneurs will come under the category small business entrepreneurship. The second one is that scalable startup entrepreneurship. Scalable startup entrepreneurs, they start their business knowing that they'll be focusing on only one thing. They'll focus on their vision, and they'll strongly believe that their vision can change the world. They will attract the investors who encourage people who are out of the box. They'll be very innovative. These kind of entrepreneurs will be very innovative. They'll think out of the box. They'll not think usually. They'll think in a different way to start up a business. For example, I'll tell you an example. Paytm, pay through mobile, is the full form of Paytm. He founded a vacuum in the area of payment gateway. There's a vacuum. Either you have to carry cash, or you have to use your debit card or a credit card, which illiterates or people from a rural area, they'll not be able to do so. Thirdly, you need to have a net banking to do a transaction. This was a scenario some 5-6 years back. So what Paytm did was, they observed the vacuum in this area, in the payment area. They decided to introduce a payment system which will be easy for everybody, easy and convenient for everybody, whether it is a literate person, illiterate person, whether they are from rural area or from an urban area. It should be easy for everybody to use. So they thought of that novel idea, and they brought a beautiful concept called as Paytm, which was followed by Google Pay, Phone Pay. We have many things, MobiKwik, FreeCharge, etc., etc. We have lots and lots of payment gateways now. But pioneer to all those payment gateways are the Paytm, is the Paytm. And these type of Paytm, Google Pay, they comes under the category called as scalable startup entrepreneurs, because they'll think out of the box. They'll not think in a usual way. What Paytm did is an example of the scalable startup. And they'll be getting funds from people who are very, very much ready to help those who are innovative. And the third one is large company entrepreneurship. See, the name itself will clearly indicate these are very huge companies. They'll have a defined life cycle, and most of these companies will grow and sustain by offering new and innovative products. And they'll have a very good technology. They'll be the best in the industry, etc., etc. So these kind of big companies will come under the category called as large scale entrepreneurs. For example, you have TCS, CTS, etc. The final one is the social entrepreneurs, and these type of entrepreneurs will focus on producing product and services that resolve social needs. They'll focus only on social needs. Profits are the secondary motive of these kind of entrepreneurs. The main focus for the social entrepreneurs are the social needs and the social problems. Their only motto and goal will be, is to work for the society and not making profit, as I told you earlier. For example, I'll tell you 2 examples. There is a person called as Shaheen Mistry in India. There is a person called as Shaheen Mistry in India. She is an example, a very good example of a social entrepreneur. What she does is, she established a scheme, she established a program called as Teach for India, in which she has placed over 700 underprivileged kids in school. She has placed 700 underprivileged kids in school. People with more knowledge of business often take this path to use their skills for good. You know, she is aiming at giving free education to the underprivileged children. She's not, aiming at any profit or something. She want to teach children. So this is one fine example. And the other example is, we have a company called as Tom's Shoe. I will put it in the chat box. This company is very famous. We have a company called as Tom's Shoe. So what this company does is, they have a business model called as 1-for-1. They have a business model which is called as 1-for-1. What is this 1-for-1? For every one pair of shoe that a customer buys, for every one share of shoes a customer, one second, please. I'm sorry. Okay. This company, what it does is, this shoe company, it is a shoe company basically. And what the shoe company basically does is, for every pair of shoes which a customer buys, this company will donate a pair of shoe for a needy child. This is the best example of social entrepreneurship. For if I buy a pair of shoe from this company, the company will donate one pair of shoes to a needy child. So best example of social entrepreneurship, where the company is not focusing on earning profit. Their motive is to serve the society. So these four are the different types of entrepreneurs that we have in India. You can encourage or motivate your students to become any one of this kind. Next thing that we are going to see is about the characteristics of an entrepreneur. To become a successful entrepreneur, what are the essential characters that a person requires? This is very important, because when you teach your children, when you teach a student, when you train your student, tell them to be very focused on these kind of characteristics which will lead to a successful entrepreneur. So the first character of a successful entrepreneur is ability to take risk. Ability to take risk is the first character of a successful entrepreneur. See, because starting a new venture, when you start a new business, you will have a considerable amount of risk. It is an acceptable thing. You will not only earn profit, you will have risk as well. So when you start a business, there will be a risk. So an entrepreneur, to become an entrepreneur, one must have a courage, and one must have the ability to evaluate this risk, which is an essential part of being a successful entrepreneur. Recently, I read a report. I read an article in a newspaper, which was given by a South Indian based economist. He has quoted very well. We Indians are very patient. We are very patient in working for a company for 30 or 40 years. But we are not patient in starting a business. We are not ready to wait for 3 to 4 years to earn profit. Because when you do a business, immediately you cannot earn profit. Sometimes you'll get loss. Sometimes you'll get the break even alone. Break even is a point where you will have neither profit nor loss. The amount you invested will be in your break even. So sometimes you will get loss. Sometimes you will get only the break even. So getting profit, earning profit takes some maybe maximum of 3 years. You'll have, but Indians are not ready to take risk. They are very much ready to work under someone's leadership, get monthly salary. They are not ready to take risk. So when we train our students as a faculty, we must tell them, we must emphasize them to take risk, because there is a theory in economics called as risk theory, in which the economists rightly point out that profit that an entrepreneur receives, huge amount of profit which an entrepreneur receive, is the remuneration for their risk taking ability. You may wonder, Ambani is having crores and crores of money. The other person who's doing a business in my area is earning in lakhs. I'm getting only 20,000 a salary, 30,000 a salary. We may wonder. Remember, they are receiving huger and huger amount of profits because they are ready to take risk. They are ready to face risk. So teach your children, teach your students that if they are ready to take risk, they can become an entrepreneur. If they are ready to take risk, they can earn lots and lots of money. Number one. Number two, the second characteristics of a successful entrepreneur is innovation. Innovation. For your kind information, I'll tell you, innovation is different from the term invention. When you find something new, it is called as invention. When something is found new, I have founded a new car, I have founded a new pen, new technology, that is called as invention. So what is innovation then? Innovation is doing or giving the existing thing in a new way, providing the existing concept, providing the existing thing in a new way. I'll tell you some example. See, teaching is a very old concept. Teaching is a very old concept, but traditionally we used chalk and talk method to teach our children. But today we do have many innovation in teaching, because see what we are doing, we are using technology to teach. This is an innovation. We are using Google Meet, Zoom, Teams, etc. to teach. So an existing thing in a new way is called as innovation, and entrepreneurs are expected to be innovative. They must be highly innovative to generate new ideas. They must be highly innovative to start a company. And people, when they are exposed to same kind of product or service, they'll get bored. Human tendency is that when we are using same kind of product, same kind of service, we'll feel bored, and that will not lead to success for an entrepreneur. So what an entrepreneur should do, he must always be innovative. He must always give new things to his customer, new service to his customer. So always emphasize your student to become innovative. Think out of the box. You must think in a new way. You must be very, very, very creative. Number two. Number three, to become a successful entrepreneur, one must be visionary and leadership quality. One must have visionary and leadership quality, which means the entrepreneur should have a clear vision of his new venture. He himself must have a clear vision about his business. What is my business about? See, if I'm teaching entrepreneurship, before teaching entrepreneurship, I must know what is entrepreneurship. I must be clear about the various concepts and conventions, perspectives of entrepreneurship. Number one. So that is visionary. Number one. So an entrepreneur, he himself must be very clear about his business, about his service. However, to turn this idea into reality, to turn the business idea into reality, we require a lot of resources, and also we need employees to bring our idea into practicality. So we'll be having an idea in a piece of paper. It will be in a black and white form. To make your idea, to practically implement your idea, you will need a lot of resource. An entrepreneur will need trained employees. Here comes the need for leadership. A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. he must inspire others. So if you want to become a good entrepreneur, you must be a good leader. Recently, I gone through a news in in YouTube. There was a person, an estate owner, who presented bikes to his employees. Whichever bikes, that is not common bikes to all. Whichever bike an employee likes, he has got around 20 employees in his estate, and whichever bikes the employees liked, this fellow, this owner, this entrepreneur gave them as bonus for coming Diwali. Why does this entrepreneur is doing such things? See, it is a way of encouraging people. If you are a good leader, you will know how to encourage your employee. You will know how to make them to do their work in an efficient and effective manner. So, to be a successful leader, your vision must be clear. You yourself must know about your business thoroughly. And number two, your ideas must become reality, for which you will need lots and lots of resources. You will need the help of people, human resource. So here comes the need for leadership. You must be a good leader. Who's a good leader? You must inspire your subordinates. When you inspire your subordinates, you are a good leader. And a good leader should know how to motivate, how to get things done from his or her employee. That's point number 3. And number 4, this is a very important character of an entrepreneur which we lack. Okay, most of us lack this, is open-minded. Open-minded. What is this thing open-minded, and what am I coming to say is that in a business, every circumstance can be an opportunity, and that can be used for a benefit of a company. For example, I'll tell you the Paytm as an example. What this Paytm recognized was during the time of demonetization, there was a need for online transaction in a vast amount. During the time of demonetization, what happened? The one with credit card or debit card, they suffered less. The one who knows to use digital banking, net banking, suffered less. But what about the common people? What about the one who doesn't had a card or a net banking facility? They suffered a lot. They were in a queue to change their notes in a bank. They were suffering like something. Even if they had money, they were unable to use it during the time of demonetization for some couple of months. So Paytm used this opportunity. So they thought, what could be done? How to change this circumstance into a business opportunity? They founded this Paytm. So this Paytm was very much keen in utilizing this opportunity. It utilized the situation which is called as a demonetization. They utilized the situation of demonetization and expanded massively during this time. See, even you think of these kind of things, UPI transactions, GPay, PhonePe. Before some 5-6 years, there were no such transactions. But after demonetization, one by one they came. The very pioneer of this was Paytm. They understood the situation. They took this situation as an advantage. They started and they expanded their business. Like something. Today, everybody is having Paytm. A street vendor is having, a tea shop man is having. Wherever you go, you need not carry any cash. You have Paytm. So this is called as open-minded, because in business, any moment can be an opportunity for earn profit. So you insist your students to be open-minded. The next character that is expected is flexibility. Flexible. An entrepreneur or a person who chooses entrepreneurship as his career, he or she should be flexible, and they should be open to change according to the situation. Not 2 days or same in a market. See, we are in a business environment. No 2 days will be the same. Yesterday, there will be some kind of pattern, there will be some kind of supply pattern in the market. So we'll be thinking, we are thinking that will be followed in the next day. That is not the case. So no 2 days or same in the business. It will often change. It will be keeping on changing, right? So a successful entrepreneur should be flexible, and he or should be open to change according to the situation. To be on the top of the market, what a business person should be, he should be equipped with an embrace to change in a product and service as and when they are needed. So when a change is needed in a product or service, a businessman should be ready to adhere to it. We cannot stick on to a particular thing, particular kind of a product. We must keep on changing our product. We must keep on changing our technology as and when needed. So that is called as flexibility. Final character is that we must know our product. An entrepreneur should know a product. A company owner should know the product offerings, and also he must be very aware about the latest trends in the market. Not only he must know about his product, he must know what is the trend that is prevailing in the market, because only then he'll know whether what is the trend, what he has, if it is matched or not. Does he have all the things, all the requirement as per the present market trends? This will be able to be successful. So being able to be accountable and then alter as and needed is the vital part of entrepreneurship. He must always be aware to the market condition. What are the things that is happening in the market? What is the expectation of the customer? What do they expect? Because customers' expectation, they keep on changing. Customer is the king, as we know. Only when he is satisfied, we'll become a successful entrepreneur. So how can you satisfy a customer? Keep on keep a check on the market. What is being given to the customers? What are they attracted to, etc. These are the various characteristics of entrepreneurship. Okay, so we are having a VP. Government is giving lots and lots of fund. The college is organizing a program on entrepreneurship. Why such things are happening? What is the importance of this entrepreneurship? Why are we being trained in the field of entrepreneurship? That we are going to see now. Why is entrepreneurship so important? Why should we train this to our students? Why should our students be given training in the field of entrepreneurship? That I'm going to tell you now. The first importance of entrepreneurship is that creation of employment. An entrepreneur is a job creator. You're not going to seek job in entrepreneurship. You're not going to seek any job. You're not going to search any job. You are the job creator. Entrepreneurs are the job creators. It generates employment. Entrepreneurship provides entry-level job. So with the help of this entry-level job, you can gain experience and training. So the first importance of entrepreneurship is creation of employment. One can be a job creator rather than a job seeker. This is the first importance of entrepreneurship. And the second, on the previous slide, please. And the second importance is that innovation. Second importance is that innovation. Next slide, ma'am. Importance of entrepreneurship. We are seeing about the importance. Next slide, please. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. So the first importance is we are the job creators, and the second importance is innovation. So entrepreneurship is a hub of innovation. It provides new product ventures. It will be providing new market. New technology will come, and the quality of goods will be in an improved stage. Thereby, this entrepreneurship being very innovative, it is giving us new product, new market, new technology. Thereby, it will improve our standard of living. You can compare our standard of living now and before 10 years. Our standard of life, standard of living has improved a lot because of the various amount of products, new technologies that we have. People are using YouTube, they're earning a lot. They are technology entrepreneurs. YouTube will know. They'll do some reels, which is very famous nowadays, right? So we are doing all our PhD, net, set, PG, everything we are working, we are earning 20, 30 or 40, 50,000. but some people, they are using technology very well. They are very innovative. They are using technology. They are doing reels. They are becoming very famous. And after some time, they are becoming a brand ambassadors for some product. They're starting a cooking channel. They are starting a cooking blog, and they are giving reviews to the food shop, restaurants. Some are giving reviews to, apparels. Just by giving reviews, they're earning a lot, which means when you are innovative, you can earn a lot. Innovation will lead to success, and this is the main importance of entrepreneurship. Next one is the impact of entrepreneurship on society and community development. See, I'll tell you, a society becomes greater if the employment base is large. If all the people in the society is employed, that society will be greater. That society will be happy. It brings about changes in society, which the entrepreneurs brings about changes in society, and they also promote facilities like better education, sanitation, higher level of home ownership, etc., etc. So in two ways, this entrepreneurship is helpful. Number one, it is developing society. How it is developing society? It is giving job employment to many people. Society which has got a greater employment will be a happy society, number one. And it is developing community. How entrepreneurship is developing community is like, it is promoting facilities like better education, better sanitation. When you have a good employment, when you earn a lot, you will expect all other things. So the first impact, it creates job employment, which creates a good society. And this good society will lead to community development. So the base for this society development and community development is entrepreneurship. And number four is increased standard of living. Entrepreneurship helps to improve the standard of living of a person by increasing their income. When your income is increased, your standard of living will also be increased. Therefore, what an entrepreneur does is, an entrepreneur, he dispenses finance for research and development. An entrepreneur will do research. What kind of product is liked by the customer? What kind of service is needed in the society? So he'll be spending lots and lots of money on research and development. So this will promote research and development. This will improve the infrastructure, and this will lead to the development of the development of the country. Okay. So the next thing that we are going to see is about the need for entrepreneurship. Why is entrepreneurship needed? We have seen about the importance. We have seen about the types. Now we are going to see what is the need. Why entrepreneurship is need of the hour. We are going to see that. See, entrepreneurship is not easy. In fact, it is not easy. The previous slide, ma'am. Previous slide. Need for entrepreneurship, ma'am. Need for, this is important. I think the next slide. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, this one. Okay. As I was telling you, entrepreneurship is not easy. In fact, a majority of business, they fail. Majority of business, they fail as far as India is concerned. But that should not stop somebody from becoming an entrepreneur. So when we train our students, we must tell this. Not all business are successful, but by seeing the failure of some business, we must never back up from becoming an entrepreneur. Because tell your students that entrepreneurship is an instrument of social change, because it provides continuous opportunities for growth of both the particular entrepreneur and for the society. And this entrepreneurship also plays a vital role in the economy, and it encourages people to bring new and innovative ideas. All kind of innovative ideas are brought in by the entrepreneurs. So several factors has highlighted the need for entrepreneurship in today's world, and few of the need are as follows. Number one is encourages innovation. Number one, encourages innovation. See, a majority of entrepreneurs, they solve the challenges by becoming very innovative. There will be many. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you an example. In Madurai, you can find lots and lots of hotels. They will sell uniform products. Their products will be identical. But in one way or the other, they'll be innovative. They'll be different from each other. Fine example. We have a tea time in Madurai. We have a shop called as Tea Time in Madurai. They are literally tea selling shops, but they are different. They are innovative from an ordinary tea shop in a way that they are giving different types of tea, Kulat, rose, lime tea, everything. So innovation is like, there may be many competition for you, there may be many challenges for you, but face all those challenges, face all those competition with the help of innovation as your instrument. This innovation will be an instrument to handle this challenge as well as competition. For example, we can have tea shops in Madurai as example. One is different from the other in some way. Thereby they'll be, competing with each other. Thereby they'll be earning profit. Number two, as we saw earlier, entrepreneurs or job creators. Entrepreneurs or job creators. If I start a business, I am not going to be benefited. I am not the single person who is going to be benefited. I'll create jobs. Say, for example, I'll create jobs for some 20 or 25 people. So I'm helping, entrepreneurs are helping. We are not only helping ourselves to become very rich, we are providing employment opportunity to few people. Their family is also benefited directly or indirectly. So the second need why entrepreneurship is the need of the hour in India is that they are creating jobs, thereby they are giving income to few families directly or indirectly. Thirdly, entrepreneurships improves the standard of living. When the income level is increased, standard level will also be increased. Entrepreneurs are creating jobs, which means the income level of family will increase. Therefore, the standard of living of family will increase. And this entrepreneurs, they'll identify challenges in the lives of customers, and they also provide appropriate business solutions. Also, they'll hire new people, new employees to serve their customers, and these employees will get income, will get remuneration, which will increase, which will improve the standard of living. Okay, so entrepreneurship, they not only benefit a particular entrepreneur, they are benefiting the employees. The employees are receiving remuneration, salary, which will improve their standard of living indeed. And the fourth need is entrepreneurs, they'll introduce a good amount of change in the society. See, and need to dream. He or she must take risk if they want to be successful. As they progress to solve existing challenges and gaps in the society, they take responsibility for impacting various sections of the society. A majority of businesses today, they strive to make the world a better place. How do they do that? Is by contributing to socio-economic development through their product and service. I'll tell you an example again. I'll tell you an example about UPI. What is the best advantage of UPI to the society? Many theft, used to happen when we have cash. But with the help of the UPI, the theft of cash is reduced. To save your cash, when we go to outstation, etc., we used to be we used to be cautious. We used to have cash at 2-3 places. But we have to have that in our mobile. We have mobile cash. As and when required, you can exchange it. There are some risk in that, but more amount of advantages are there. So these kind of changes, these kind of digital platforms, the digital revolution has brought in by only by the entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs, they'll create visible amount of change. And you can never see, before some 10 years and all, no, you can never see a family going out for a dinner to a hotel. When I was a kid, I remember we used to go to hotels very rarely to take up food. But today, we used to see many entrepreneurs starting their hotels, and it has become a fashion to go to hotel at least once in a week. Yes, how does this happen? Entrepreneurs today, hotel entrepreneurs today are giving us many offers, many rewards, something like that, cashbacks, everything. When you order food in Zomato or Swiggy, you'll get some cashbacks, you'll get some offers. Even if you don't have any mind to order food, by seeing those offers, you are induced to do so. So these are the visible changes that are brought in by the entrepreneurs. The final need is these entrepreneurship contributes to research and development in the country, because new product and services needed to be tested before they are launched. You cannot bring a product directly into the market. They need to be tested. In the process, entrepreneurs, they are encouraged to invest in effective research and development. Entrepreneurs used to they invest their money in research and development. Even after business getting funding, entrepreneurs continue to pursue or prioritize research and development by creating educational institutes. So they'll be continuously, they want to test their product or a concept. They do that by having their own educational institute. Like we do have an institute called TIS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences. We have an institute of Shiv Nada. We have an university in his name. So directly or indirectly, entrepreneurs are contributing to research. Also, they develop the society by creating educational institute. Fine examples to these are the institute that is run by Shiv Nadar, the institute that is being run by the Tata group of companies, TIS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, etc. So these are the need of entrepreneurship and why you should take entrepreneurship as your career, why you must induce your students to become entrepreneurship, or these things. When your student asks you a question, madam or sir, why should we become an entrepreneur? Tell them the need for entrepreneurship. So the next thing that we are going to see is about the importance of entrepreneurship is same like this. So it creates employment, innovation, etc. And okay, the next thing is very important. Five traits are very much important in becoming an entrepreneur. 5 traits. When you see any one of this trait, any one of this character in your student, you can very well motivate them to become an entrepreneur. Any one is enough to become an entrepreneur, but all these 5 are the traits of entrepreneurs. So as a teacher, when we see a student or when a student approaches with an entrepreneurial idea, we must see to that whether they have these traits. There are 5 traits. Number 1 is passion. Number 2 is solution driven. Number 3 is mission. Number 4 is innovation. And number 5 is lifestyle. So we'll see this one by one. I'll take some half an hour time. I'll take some more time. We have got only 7 slides to go. So number 1, passion. Tell your students that, tell your wards that money cannot be a driving force for an entrepreneur to succeed. Many are having a misunderstanding that entrepreneurs are money minded. Entrepreneurs, they wanted to make money, they want to earn huge profit. A person with this mindset only can become an entrepreneur. We have got a misconception. That is not the fact. Money is not an idea. Money can be made from more conventional practices. We can earn money with less effort. with minimal risk, with minimal challenge, we can earn more money. But to be able to endure all the hardships that come with entrepreneurial lifestyles, one must love what they do. One must have a passion to become an entrepreneur. This passion is very important. Not earning money, not a mindset which gives you a love for money, but the passion that a person has towards entrepreneurship is very important. The passion of becoming an entrepreneur, because being an entrepreneur, this involves rigorous effort. See, working for a company is very easy. Working for a institute is very easy. You'll be completing a degree or post graduation. We'll be going for an interview, or we'll be writing some test. We'll be getting placed. Working in an institute or somewhere is very easy. Working for someone is very easy. But being an entrepreneur is very tough. It involves rigorous effort. You must need to put more effort, and you will be facing sleepless nights. Your nights will be sleepless. You'll be having uncountable risk, especially in the initial stages. An entrepreneur will have uncountable risk, multiple number of risks. But true entrepreneurs, they are not afraid of these challenges. They are very focused on their dreams and vision. Having this dream of becoming an entrepreneur, having this love of becoming an entrepreneur is called as passion. And this is very, very important trait. A passion, a person, an individual with this passion of becoming an entrepreneur, they don't give up when a challenge arises. When they face some challenge, they'll never give up entrepreneurship. Instead, what they'll do, they stick on with their dream passion. Great example for this, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is a great example for a person, for an individual, with a person for entrepreneurship. He once said, he used to say one quotes, I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful one is pure perseverance. I repeat, what Steve Jobs used to tell is, I am convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneur from the unsuccessful entrepreneur. Perseverance in Tamil is vidamuyal. We must keep on trying. We may face challenge, we may have risk, but you must not back up. A passionate person will never back up. Instead, they'll fight against it. They'll stick on to their dream. So when you find a person, when you find a student who's having a passion, who's having a love towards entrepreneurship, just get him, try to improve or try to increase his passion. Try to tell him you will have many risks in the initial stage, but you must not be afraid of that. You must face risk confidently, because people in India are having a misconception that any loss in entrepreneur will suffer, will become very poor in a day. Because movies are predicting that. Movies are telling that there'll be a hero who's very, a good businessman. One day or the other day, he'll become very poor. Everybody will be, cursing him. Everybody will go away from him. In Indian movies, we used to have that actually, but that is not the truth. There will be struggles. There will be risk in the initial stage. Only in the initial stage that will be there. But in the later stage, if they have fought it very well, that will give them success. A good example is Steve Jobs. He has faced many number of risks. He has failed many times, but his passion towards, his love towards entrepreneurship has led him to success. Emphasize that to your student. The second trait that is very much important is solution driven. Solution driven. What does this term solution driven means? An entrepreneur should focus on solving a problem, solving a challenge, solving solution. See, when we are working in a traditional workplace, we always have the option to look to our superiors, or we will look into our peer group. In times of problem, somebody will be there to help you. When you're working for an institute, when you're working for some bonus, or when you work in an office, you will have superiors who will help you in times of trouble, when you have some trouble. Or sometimes your co-workers will help you. When you have some trouble, your co-workers may help you. But what is the case in the field of entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurs mostly do not have this liberty. They don't have any superiors. They don't have any peer to help during the time of a problem. Hence, what entrepreneurs should be, they should need to be extremely solution driven. If they want to overcome the challenge they are facing, they must know to solve it properly. Because I tell you, when you work in a place, when you work in an office, when you have a problem, you will have a superior to help you. You will have a co-worker to help you. Either they'll help you in solving it, or they'll give you some moral support, mental support, etc. But that is the not case in entrepreneurship, because you yourself must solve your problem. You yourself must overcome the challenges which you are facing. So you must be solution driven. In his book, Simon, there was a person called as Simon. He's a motivational speaker. So he writes these words. I used to read his books often. He wrote in one of his books the following words: actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You are a leader. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Every entrepreneur is a leader. Every entrepreneur is a leader. How come every entrepreneur is a leader? Because every entrepreneur, they are facing problem in a single manner. He's of his peer or without the support of his co-worker. So every entrepreneur is a leader. And when the actions of you inspire others, you are a true leader then. Essentially, what is a true entrepreneur is, he will know how to solve a problem. And he'll also motivate his team to work together towards a common goal. There's a word called as synergy. You might have come across this, a word called as synergy. Synergy is a teamwork. When you work in a team, you will always have an extra benefit. You will always have an extra energy. Called a synergy in the recent day. So an entrepreneur will not only face problem, he will also encourage his team to face this problem in an effective way. You must not run away from the problem. Ignites entrepreneurship is mission. What is mission actually? Mission. See, the long-term goal that a person has is a mission. Most startups fail in India due to one important reason. In India, most startups fail due to one primary reason. It is the lack of focus and mission. The lack of focus. People don't focus things initially, and that is the main reasons to fail. They don't have a proper mission. So it is probable that when you launch your first venture, when you start your first business, sometimes you might lose hope and feel that your business will never take off. You're not going to earn profit. Sometimes people We have such idea. Sometimes the first time entrepreneurs will have such idea because people will expect to earn profit in their business in the very beginning stage itself. They want to become very rich in a short span of time. That is the mindset of today's people. But that is not the reality, because you must have focus. When you don't have focus, then you might lose hope, and you will feel that you will never take off. Your business will never succeed. You will have such kind of thought. However, successful entrepreneurs do not feel that. A positive entrepreneur will not feel that. They'll be very positive about the future, and they'll always look ahead. But they also have a definite path, and they'll also have a proper plan in business which will lead to success. So for becoming a successful entrepreneur, you must focus, and you must not have a negative idea. You must be positive always. You must look ahead. You must always have confidence. If you don't earn profit today, do not step back from your business. You must have a confidence that in future I'll earn profit. In the upcoming days, my business will grow. In the upcoming days, my product will sell. So you can never say a person who has become a successful entrepreneur in a single night. There'll be lots and lots of struggle, lots and lots of challenges, lots and lots of burdens they might have come across. Okay, so mission is such thing. So always emphasize your students to be focused on their career. When they choose entrepreneurship, they must be very focused. You must never have an idea that somebody will come and work for us in our business. We ourselves must work. That is point number 3. And number 4 is innovation. The fourth trait that is required is innovation. I told you innovation is like doing things in a new way. Doing things in a new way is called as innovation. A businessman, an entrepreneur, is always expected to be innovative, creative. He must always be creative. Okay, is it clear? He must always be creative. The mindset and creativity or the wish that separates them from everyone else. The creativity and the mindset of one businessman will be separating him from the other businessman. They will see an innovative entrepreneur, how they will see the world. They'll see the world differently. They'll think out of the box. They'll find opportunity in each and every phase. They'll be very different. By thinking this way, they are able to come up with great ideas. By thinking in a different way, entrepreneurs will be able to come up with great ideas, which are then executed in the form of a product or a service. First main thing is idea. You must have a different idea. You must think out of the box. You must be different from others. First, you must have a good idea. Only then this idea will be converted into reality. So a successful entrepreneur will always be different. He'll think out of the box. By thinking this way, he'll come up with greater idea, which is then executed in the form of a product, or this idea will be then converted into a product or a service. Okay. And entrepreneurs always need to be on the lookout for new and efficient way of doing things. You're creative today, and say for example, I'm a businessman. I'm creative today. I'm very innovative today. Is that enough? No. Tomorrow, I must be very creative. Day after tomorrow, I must be very. Each and every day, an entrepreneur must be on the lookout for a new and efficient way of doing things. Each and every day, you must be innovative. And this is how they can be, they can make their existing product, they can make their existing business better. By being new and effective each and every day, an entrepreneur can make existing product better. And there is something called as status quo. An entrepreneur should not be satisfied with the status quo, what status that you have today. He or she should be creative enough to be able to come up with ideas that can change the world. That should not change the business alone. This must change the business. That must change the society. That must change the nation as well as the world. Imagine before email, how would be the situation? Before the invention of email, or before this digital transaction, how was your, how would be dealt with the money? It was very hard for us. One new idea of a businessman has changed the total world. Digitalization. It has changed the total world. Today, none of us is carrying money. We don't have to carry money. We are not afraid of, even if you don't have money, you can call your friend or relative, you can ask them to send money. One single idea of an entrepreneur has changed the entire world. Today, everywhere you can see cashless transactions. This is a fine example of being innovative. The next one is lifestyle. Lifestyle. Many think that when we look into the lives of, when we think about Ambani or Ratan Tata or somebody, a good entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, when we look into them, we'll have a feeling that what kind of lifestyle they have. They're very happy. They are very comfortable. They are very convenient. We used to have a mindset like that. But that is not a real case, because the lifestyle of an entrepreneur can be extremely tricky. It is not happy. It is not convenient as we see. The lifestyle of an entrepreneur can be extremely tricky. It is very tricky because an entrepreneur need to essentially run their entire company. They carry out multiple roles and responsibilities. They also need to ensure that they are maintaining a healthy work-life balance, etc., 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 which is very tough. That's why I told you, being an entrepreneur is very tricky. See, if you are working somewhere, you will go, you will work, you will come home, that is okay. But entrepreneurs, they will have a multi-dimensional role to play. They must satisfy their customers, they must compete, they must satisfy the needs of the workers, they must also take care of their, what is that, work-life balance, etc., etc. So the lifestyle of entrepreneurs is very, very tricky. However, it is easy to get lost in the complexities of your business. It is easy to get lost. Sometimes what an entrepreneur, they'll be very focused only on the business. They'll not focus on their family, or they'll not focus on their personal life. They'll not concentrate on their funds. They're always thinking about business. They'll get lost to a complexity of business. They may have some health issues also, but this is not a healthy or a scalable practice. So what you should do, if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, just prepare a plan to ensure that you are spending sufficient time with your company, with your family, with your loved ones. Try to spend time in an equal way. Try to operate in a flexible hours, but you must always ensure that you are able to shut off from your work and take a breath once a while. Okay, so it does not mean that when you go into business, you must always be focused on your business. People are having that mindset. No, you must not focus on business alone. Split out your time. Spend time for your business, spend time for your family, time for your friends, etc., etc. When you focus only on business, you'll lose all those other things, or you'll get into you'll just disappear into business. You'll not have any good life. So being an entrepreneur is very tricky. You have to manage everything. You have got a multi-dimensional role to play, but perhaps all these things, try to manage your multiple roles by splitting up the time. Have time for everything. Prepare and have plans for everything, for your business, Have some plan. Have some time. Allot some time. For your family, allot some time. For your friends, allot some time. Only then you can be very successful. So these 5 tribes are very much important to become an entrepreneur. When you want to become an entrepreneur, you must have a love towards your entrepreneurship. That is number 1. You must be able to take your own solution because there will not be any superior or co-worker to help you. Number 3, you must have focus because if you don't have focus, you will fail. Number 4, you must be creative and innovative. The creativity and innovation will not only help your business, but that will also help the entire world. For example, we saw about Paytm and other UPI transactions. And number 5 is lifestyle. Lifestyle of a businessman is not as easy as it is being projected in movies or somewhere. It is very tricky. He'll have a multi-dimensional role to play. So how should they be able to, adjust their lifestyle is by allotting time for all the works. They must not only focus on their business, focus on your business, family, personal life, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so these are the 5 tribes that will ignite entrepreneurship in individuals. The next slide that we are going to see is about unleashing entrepreneurship. What is the present scenario of entrepreneurship in India? We are going to see that. Okay. So, let us discuss some general aspects now. So far, we have seen about the theoretical aspects, how entrepreneurship has evolved, what are the advantages or what the importance, needs, etc. So now we are moving to the present scenario of entrepreneurship in India. See, India has emerged as most attractive destination for startups. Most attractive destinations for startups. India has become. A report given by NASSCOM. NASSCOM is like, it is an agency. NASSCOM is an agency. It is called as National Association of Software and Service Company. It is an Indian non-governmental trade association and it is an advocacy group that primarily serves the Indian technology industry. They mainly serve the Indian technology industry and it is a not-for-profit organization funded by the industry. Its objective is to build a growth-led and sustainable technology and business service sector in the country. It has given a report. What does the report say is that by the year 2025, we are in 2023 now, in a couple of months we'll enter into 2024. The report of NASSCOM says that by the year 2025, India startup alone, with the help of through India startup alone, 12.5 lakh direct jobs are going to be created in India. By the year 20, in a couple of years, there will be 12.5 lakh direct jobs, new job opportunities will be created by this startup ecosystem alone, startup India alone. And how is this possible? Are they telling any fake thing or is that a false report or a false, estimation? No. This is made possible through a digital economy. Through a digital economy. Government is pushing for a digital economy. Indian government is focusing on cashless economy, paperless economy, which means they are moving towards digitalization. They have already moved, but it is seamlessly working towards paperless, cashless economy. They don't want anybody to visit even a bank. For example, I tell you, the bank officials they don't want anybody to visit the bank. If you want to apply loan, just do it digitally. You need to start your open your bank account. You can start it in mobile. For example, in SBA you have a app called Yono Buddy. Yono Buddy. In that you can you can start your bank account. You can do all such things. You need not visit your bank. Once you need to visit, entry your do entry in your passbook, you need to visit bank. Check your balance, you need to visit bank. To process your check, you need to visit bank. But nowadays, that is not the case. India has moved towards digitalization. And how is this 12.5 new job, 8.5 lakhs of new jobs are to be created with the help of digital economy? The government has focused by creating job with the help of this digital economy. So the other factors that has led to the growth of entrepreneurship is growing in India actually when compared to the last decade. In the present decade, entrepreneurship is growing a lot, and this growth in entrepreneurship is due to the availability of capital. Once capital was, very rare, people does not know who to approach, how to mobilize funds for their business. Today, it is not the case today because funds are available everywhere. There are venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are people who funds project with novel ideas. Venture capitalists. Have you heard about this word, venture capital? Venture capitalist. So, capital invested in a project, in a new expanding business, is called as venture capital. It is the money that is invested in a business, usually in a startup business, having a strong growth potential. If an investor feels that a particular startup business will grow a lot in future and he is investing in that business, it is called as venture capital. So, firstly, government is focusing on creating new job opportunities with the help of the Startup India by digital economy. And secondly, why and what are the factors that have contributed to the growth of entrepreneurship in India? First factor is the availability of capital. In the previous decade, a person who wants to become an entrepreneur will not know how to raise funds. But today we have got many avenues to start up our business. And in India, venture capital ecosystem are growing a lot. Venture capital are a type of investors who invest in business which will have a good growth in the future. And in 2021, Indian startups have a record of raising $26.3 billion in funding, which was only 10.6 billion in 2022. Literally, there was a growth by 16 billion when comparing 2020 and 2021. Indian startups raised a record of $26.3 billion in funding, which was only $10.6 billion in 2020. That was a huge amount of growth. And this shows the positive sides of positive impact of entrepreneurship in our country. And how this has become possible, a growth of the growth of $16 billion in single year, how is it possible is like, this has made it easier for entrepreneurs to secure funding for their ventures and has enabled them to scale their business more quickly. And the next thing is the other factor that has led to the growth of entrepreneurship in India is the availability of talents. Indians are talented people. Indians are very talented. And India has also got a vast pool of skilled professionals. India is full of professionals. They are skilled professionals. Skillful persons are there in India. And these skilled professionals like engineers, developers, data scientists, who are willing to work for startups. India is full of such skilled professionals, and that is the other reason. And this has made it easier for startups to find and hire the talent they need to build their business. Successful business depend upon successful people. Successful people means trained people. Trained people or people who have got required skills or called successful human resource. So India is full of skilled personnel, and availability of such talents and skilled personnel has led to the growth of entrepreneurs in India. So the next thing that we are going to see about unleashing entrepreneurship is that what are the major challenges or obstacles that are faced by entrepreneurs in India? When you become an entrepreneur, you must be ready to face challenges or risk. Okay, it is an unwritten agreement. When you become an entrepreneur, you must face risk, you must face challenge. ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
Dear participants, the poll question is posted into chat box. So kindly complete the poll questions. Due to some technical issues, the resource person video is not visible in this meeting. The poll question is posted in the form of Google form. That Google form link is shared in a chat box and also WhatsApp group also.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. I'm sorry for the technical thing. So we were discussing about the challenges that an entrepreneur has to face. So it is an unwritten agreement that when you become an entrepreneur, you will definitely have some risk. You will definitely have some challenges to be faced. So we are going to see, as an entrepreneur, what are the challenges that one needs to face. The first challenge is financing. So getting funds for a business is one of the main issues that all businesses in India face, and an entrepreneur have to tackle to survive. So we'll say, for example, I'm saying that we have many agencies like DIC, we have Tansia, Malaysia based on the area, and we do have KVC, etc., which will help you in financial assistance. But even though there are many agencies to fund you, getting funds for entrepreneurs is not an easy task. You might have sometimes saved a little money to start a business, but it will not be enough for you to survive along, because business needs steady cash flow. It needs a steady cash flow, and as an entrepreneur, you always need to have extra funds to take care of, because one day is not the same like the other day. Sometimes you will need an extra fund, for example, in times of trouble, in times of natural calamity, or sometimes your raw material price may go up, sometimes your employees may demand some extra remuneration like that. So financing is a first challenge that each and every entrepreneur, whether it is a small scale entrepreneur or a large entrepreneur, everybody will go through this problem. So you need to ensure that you have a well-prepared business strategy to finance your business. The second major challenge that is faced by every entrepreneur is lack of planning. Planning is deciding in advance about the future. Planning is nothing, it is just you'll be deciding about what you're going to do in future. That is planning. Thus, the planning is the first step of management, as we all know. Planning is the first step in management. So lack of planning is the second important challenges that is faced by an entrepreneur. It is we can see that a number of startups fail since they do not plan properly. If you don't have a good planning, you will fail a business, because you need to plan about sales. You need to plan about fundings, from where you're going to fund. Either you're going to borrow from your friend, or whether you're going to borrow from a bank. Where are you going to borrow? You have to plan. You have to plan about your development. You have to plan about how to face your competition. You have to plan about how to design your product. So planning is very crucial in each and every aspect of an entrepreneurship. So when you do not have a proper plan, your business will fail. So the second important challenge that is faced by each and every entrepreneur is lack of planning. Third one is hiring the right talent. Of course, employees are available, human resources are available, but right person for a right job. You have to focus on only one thing: right person for a right job at a right time. You need to have everything. You must have a correct person for who suits a particular job and who is with us in the required time. So many businesses face this challenge. We will never have a proper labor force, which will lead to a negative impact. So hiring the right talent is the next challenge. Next one is effective marketing with a limited budget. Both is very tough. You have to do effective marketing, but with a limited budget. You must not spend more on marketing, but your marketing should be effective. So this is a crucial and it is a critical thing. You must do effective marketing, but with a limited budget. You must spend only in a limited way. This is the biggest challenge. This is the biggest challenge. For example, this is like preparing a delicious food with minimum expense. This is most critical thing for an entrepreneur. Okay, some startups may assume that they can ignore marketing strategy. No, why should we need a marketing strategy? Let us ignore it. Don't think in that way. You need to have a marketing strategy which is less expensive. Today, marketing strategies are very easy. You can market it through Facebook, Instagram. In an Instagram, if somebody is very popular with reels, if I'm having an Instagram page, I'm very popular among Instagram users through my reels. You can market through me. You can spend little, you can give me little money. You can market through me, but that will be effective because I'm very popular in Instagram. Social media today, you can use social media to market about your product in an efficient way, and the cost will be less compared to other traditional medias like newspaper, television or something. Social media today are less expensive. So the next major challenge is effective marketing with a limited budget. And number 5 is self-doubt and uncertainty. Self-doubt and uncertainty. An entrepreneur must have belief on himself first. You must not doubt whether I can do it. I can manage my business. Have a confidence that you can do it. You can manage. You will earn profit. You must have that mentality. But instead, if you are doubting on yourself, that will be a biggest challenge. You will always have a doubt. After making a decision, you will have a doubt. Have I done correct decision or not? You'll have a doubt. So do not have self-doubt and uncertainty. Always don't think that doing such thing is not possible. Achieving profit is not possible. Selling my product is no. You must never have self-doubt and uncertainty. Nextly, dealing with criticism. Of course, when you are in a business, if you're having 10 customers, 5 will be very satisfied with your product or service. 3 will be less satisfied. 2 will be dissatisfied. There will be person. See, you will know, we are teachers. Not all of our students will like us. Few will like us, few will scold us like something. Will even they will scold our entire family. But we became teachers. We must deal with all criticisms. Criticism from our colleagues, criticism from our management, criticism from our student. We have to face it. Likewise, an entrepreneur should be open towards criticism. Never be afraid of criticism. Being an entrepreneur, just deal criticism easily. Do not be afraid of your criticism. And the next one is attractive customers. Next challenge is attractive customers. Getting a customer for a product or service can be the difference between the success and failure for a business. If you are able to get a customer, your business will be successful. If you cannot get a customer, your business will be a failure one. So many businesses have started with powerful ideas to attract customers. There are several ways of reaching the right customers. There are several ways. Social media have proven to be a useful tool, and the entrepreneur should invest time in understanding the customer expectation, and if needed, they need some networks to reach the customers. So you must understand only one thing. If you are able to get customers for your product or service, your business will succeed or your business will fail. You must know how to attract your customers, through what means and ways, to what channel you can attract your customer. You must be able to know that. Only when you know that, today I'll tell you something. Social media is the best way to attract your customer. You must know how to use social media to attract your customer. Only then your business will be successful. Next one is making decisions. Next challenge is making decisions. See, decision making in a business situation can be daunting. It is very daunting. Daunting means like what to say. In Tamil, we can tell it as a situation which is very fearful. The situation we used to say. Making decision may be very difficult, very worrying, because once a decision is made, it cannot be changed. So I'll be very afraid whether the decision taken by us is correct or not. See, I'll tell one thing: being an entrepreneur, thinks 100 times, even 1,000 times before taking a decision. But once a decision is taken, you cannot do anything. So an entrepreneur should decide in a proper way. Consider all things before taking a decision. Do not have dilemma while making decisions, especially when you have an information which is very limited. Do not have any dilemma. An entrepreneur must also guard themselves against getting overly involved in decision making, because when you involve more people in decision making, your decision making may be delayed. You may take decision in a delayed way. So have one thing in mind: before deciding something, consider all the aspects. Do not involve too many people in taking decisions, because too many cook spoils the broth. Too many cook spoils the broth, which means when you involve many people, they'll confuse you, And involving many people will take more time, which will create a confusion. So that is the challenge, biggest challenge. And the next challenge is time management. This is a common challenge faced by everybody, each and everybody. Time management is a common problem. Even the best entrepreneurs, they'll struggle to manage their time properly. We saw lifestyle. Managing time for your family, managing time for work, managing time for your entertainment is the biggest problem. Even the successful entrepreneur, top entrepreneurs, best entrepreneurs, they struggle a lot to manage their time properly. As they take up roles out of their expertise, they can find it challenging to get things done. The challenges, often they pop up when the entrepreneurs have to deal with conflicting priorities and must let go their perfectionist. They have a very, very, very challenging task. You will have an important client meeting, as well as you will have an important family function. You will not know which to choose. So, no, spend time for everything, allot time for everything, manage your time properly so that your work and life would be balanced, work-life balance. So the next one is office infrastructure. You must always have, these are the basic things. An entrepreneur should have a good office infrastructures, good office workplace. Do not have overcrowding in your area. So don't invest too much in infrastructure, as well as don't invest too less in your infrastructure. Invest what is needed. Your workplace should be ventilated. Your workplace should not be overcrowded. You must have all the basic amenities as per the rules and regulations of the government in your workplace. When a female worker is working, give facilities according to her expectation. Crunch facility, vehicle facility, etc., etc. The next challenge is the competition. This is the important challenge, competition. Each and every business in India today has got a huge number of competition. If I start a business, I have 1,000 persons as my competitor. If I, for example, if I start a dress shop, if I dress an apparel industry, I'll have huge number of competition. Okay, if I'm into technological products, again I'll have huge number of competition. There'll be huge number of competition to entrepreneur, but that should never deteriorate you. In some other way, you must try to be different from your competitor. Only then you can succeed in your entrepreneur. You can succeed as an entrepreneur. The next one is scaling the business. See, scaling any business can be challenging and complex. Entrepreneurs need to plan carefully and make sure they have the right resource and team in place to handle the growth. See, because when you grow, when your business grow, it is the happiest thing when your business grow. It is like when your baby grow, it is very happiest thing. But as the babies grow, the problems that a baby causes, the mischiefs that a baby does will also grow. So you must be very ready to meet out the growth as well as the problems related to the growth. Likewise, in entrepreneurship, when a business grows, it must have proper resource and team to handle that growth. That is called as handling the business. The next one is marketing and sales. Marketing and sales are the crucial to success of any business, but many entrepreneurs, they struggle with these areas. Marketing is creating a pull product. When you pull your customers towards you, that is marketing. When you push your product towards your customer, that is sales. Many entrepreneurs, they struggle with these areas. They may have a great product or service, but if they cannot effectively market and sell it, they won't be able to grow their business. So they must focus on marketing and selling in a greater amount. The next problem is with the legal and regulatory compliances. See, entrepreneurs must comply with a wide range of legal and regulatory requirements. We have got wide range of rules and regulations to follow, including, for example, we have tax laws to follow, We have to follow labor law. We have to follow environmental law, everything. We teachers need to follow only one law, which is given by the institution. But entrepreneurs, no, he's not like that. He has got multiple laws, rules, and regulations to follow. He has to follow labor law, okay, minimum wages, okay, environmental law, okay, tax law, consumer law, everything. We need to follow more laws, more rules and regulations, which is very tedious. But when an entrepreneur fails to comply with these requirements, that can result in penalties, fines, and legal actions, etc., etc. So, as an entrepreneur, you must be very careful in handling these legal and regulatory compliances. The next important challenge is managing cash flow. Cash flow is one of the critical factors in success of a business. The entrepreneurs, they must be able to manage their cash flow effectively. Like they must do proper budgeting. They must go proper budgeting. They must forecast properly. They must try to manage expenses to achieve success, etc. And when you launch a new company, that needs more money. And during that time, when you give some offers, discounts, or when you give remuneration to your remuneration bonus or incentive to your workers, you need money. So you must have a regular cash flow in your business. So managing your cash flow is very tedious, but it is very important for your growth. So these, I think there are some 15 challenges, major challenges, starting from financing to maintaining your cash flows. So these are the major challenges that are faced by entrepreneurs in India today. This is today's case. Okay, and the next thing that we are going to see is about opportunities of entrepreneurs is divided into 6 types: opportunity based on business, financial opportunity, non-financial opportunity, created by associations, by government, and we have 2 or 3 slides. I'll complete it in 20 minutes, don't worry. So first, opportunity based on business. Opportunity based on business. So how can you define these kind of opportunities? Is like the business itself will have an opportunity. The business itself will have an opportunity. For example, highly educated, experienced, and broadly exposed technocrats can start larger ventures. Like, if you're highly educated, you can start a coaching center, for example. So what is an opportunity here? I am highly educated, I'm starting a coaching center. For example, I'll tell you. Clear? So that particular business will itself have a advantage. That is number 1. Number 2 is the financial opportunities. Financial opportunities is like you have, when the banks in your area, they are ready to give you some loans, when they are giving you some financial support in the form of micro loans to buy raw materials, equipments, etc. That is called as financial opportunity. Financial opportunities are the opportunities that are given by the financial institutions in the form of some loans, etc. For example, sometimes small loans will be given to the business people, to the entrepreneurs, to buy raw materials and equipments. So this is an example of financial opportunity. Non-financial opportunity is like giving you advisory service, handling legal barrier, profitability and efficacy analysis, then flexible repayment based on a business nature, all these client research, establishing commercial linkages, all these are the examples of non-financial support. And the 4th one is the support opportunities that is created by associations. So there will be some kind of associations like, for example, we have self-help groups, we have Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneurs, then we have a thing called as AWAKE, Association of Women Entrepreneurs of Karnataka. So these are some associations. When you are the member of these associations, you will get some benefits. So Those are the 4 opportunities given by associations, and the opportunities created by government. These are the opportunities that are received through the government schemes like Startup India, Stand Up India, Clean India, Digital India. And for women entrepreneurs, we have many schemes like Magalir Udavi Sevai, Mahila E-Hat, Mahila Koir Yojana, Prime Minister Rojar Yojana. Then you have schemes like Udyogini schemes, etc. So these are the schemes which gives you some opportunities to become an entrepreneur. Through these schemes, you can get financial assistance and you can start up your own business venture. These comes under the categories called as opportunities created by government. Opportunities created by associations is like associations will help you to start a business. Finally, you have got opportunities created through training programs. What you are getting a training program. At the end of this training program, you may become an entrepreneur. Like training program given by DIC, District Industry Center, State Financial Corporations. Then we have a thing called as STEP, Support for Training and Employment Program, which is called as STEP, STEP. So through these training programs, one can get financial assistance. Not only financial assistance, they may also get some ideas, supports in the form of ideas, supports in the form of legal compliance, and they can become an entrepreneur. Okay. And next is we are going to see about, we have seen the challenges, opportunities, and the government initiatives in India. See, once entrepreneurs didn't have any openings, any financial assistance, but today government has understood the importance of entrepreneurship. Government cannot give all job opportunities. Government is very clear that they can give opportunities by encouraging people to become entrepreneurs, because as I said earlier, entrepreneurs are job creators. When you encourage more number of entrepreneurs, more number of jobs can be created in the country. So what government has done is it has come up with many initiatives towards entrepreneurship. Startup India seed fund scheme, Startup India initiative are the biggest moments, two biggest schemes in India for entrepreneurs. And there are other schemes like Pradhan Mantri Mudra, Stand Up India scheme, venture capital assistance, etc. And apart from this, there are 21 government schemes for startups in India. We have got different schemes for startups in India. So these are the various aspects of entrepreneurship which I would like to share with you today. These are all the theoretical aspects. In the upcoming days, you'll have all your hands-on training or meet up with your experts, etc. So after end of this FTP, please be very sure that you are going to motivate your students, the students with a drive to become entrepreneurs. See, today's students are very clear. They are not ready to work like us. They do not want to work for some 8 hours, 10 hours in an industry or in a company or in an institute to earn money. They're very keen about earning money in an easy way. Try to motivate them by telling that entrepreneurship is very, you can be very free in entrepreneurship, because they don't want to be held up in the hands of a superior or somebody like that. So insist your students that when you become an entrepreneur, you can be very free. See, there's one advantage in entrepreneurship. I'll tell you, in teaching, I'm an assistant professor now. I can become associate. I'll be a professor. That is the end of my growth. That is the end of my growth. That's it. After professor, I cannot go something. So I'll hit a wall. That's all. After professor, there's nothing for me. But in entrepreneurship, there is nothing called as hitting the wall. There is no limit. 10 lakh, 100 lakh, 200 lakh, 1000 lakh. So you can learn a lot. There's nothing called hitting a wall in entrepreneurship. So try to induce your students, try to motivate your students to become entrepreneurs. Especially, I have one student in my college who founded a vehicle which runs with the help of solar energy, not with an electrical energy even. He founded a vehicle which runs with the help of solar energy, and we encouraged him We made him to collaborate with a leading industrialist, and he's with an industry now. He's earning a lot by producing these kind of vehicles. So find each and the traits from each and every students, and try to make at least one student a year as an entrepreneur. I myself has a business apart from teaching. I'm myself an entrepreneur. I do have a business of my own. I do run a business. I earn from a business. I give job opportunities in my business. Also, I teach. So, tell them, clear all their myths. The people do have myths about entrepreneurship, starting their own business. Clear all those myths. I hope this FDP will be very much helpful to you. This will be an eye-opening session to you, and I'm very sure that you will be one day, you'll be a resource person in some entrepreneurship related programs, and I'm very sure that at least few of you will become a motivator or inducer of entrepreneurial skill among your uh, students. That's it. And that's the end of my presentation. If any query is there, you can just ask me, or uh, anything which would you like to clarify with me, you can just ask me. Anything else from the participants? Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, you have the presentation is outstanding, sir. Actually, I have learned a very lot of things, sir. First of all, I want to thank for the organizers and for your esteemed pixel, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, I have some doubts, sir. You have mentioned there are around 21 government schemes, sir, for startups.
Yes,
sir, could you please list it out, or can you please share the link of that 21 startup schemes, so that we can go through that?
Okay, I'll share the link immediately, sir. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
1 minute.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. One minute, I'm doing it.
Yes,
so,
sir. Please, sir. Please take your time.
I've shared the link in the chat box. One second.
Okay, sir.
I couldn't add it. When you get time, you can just go through that, sir.
Sure,
I couldn't
sir.
share it actually. You can just one second. Yeah, I have just I couldn't. So there is some page called as my HQ digest.
Okay.
In Google, when you go and type my HQ digest, and you just type 21 government schemes for startups in India, and will come.
Okay, sir.
I couldn't share it actually. I'll send it to the organizers.
It's all right.
You can get it.
Okay, sir. Okay,
okay.
Sir.
Or once again, I'll try to share the screen. Maybe I'll read out the schemes for you. Mudra Yojana scheme, multiple grant scheme, dairy entrepreneurship development, credit guarantee fund scheme, Startup India, Samriddhi scheme, Atal Innovation, Stand Up India, Startup India are the few things. And you have got 15 more. In total, you got 21 schemes, sir. Maybe I'll send that to the organizers, and at the end of the FDP, they'll give you all those things.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much.
Thanks for the wonderful session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Anything else, sir? Any more queries, something like that? And there are many centers for example, in other we have a place called as DIC. You can tell that you can tell about this to your students. In each and every district or state, there will be a place. For example, in Madurai we have a DIC, District Industry Center, where you can go and get loans for your business. They are giving loans starting from 5 lakhs to some crores, few crores. There is and for some business they'll not be given. For animal rearing or for poultry, they'll not give any loan. And exceptions, there are few exceptions. Other than those business, they'll give loans. Minimum from 5 lakhs you can receive loan, and that too, these loans are given in subsidiary basis. Subsidy basis. You can get some subsidy also. If time permits, ask your students to visit such places, District Industry Center, KVIC, etc. These are the agencies of the government which is supporting entrepreneurship for especially for financial assistance. And they may visit Khadi and Village Industry, KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission. We have District Industry Center, etc. Students who are very much eager towards entrepreneurship can visit them. They can get to know about the schemes, especially about the loans that is given in subsidy to start a business, and they can be benefited by that. Anything else? Yeah, okay. So I thank all the at the outset. It was a great day for me, and I thank the management and the principal of Mannar College. I thank my good old friend Dr. Anbuli sir and the other organizers of Mannar College for having given me this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Ma'am, shall I conclude, ma'am?
Sir, please, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Anbuli, sir. Anbuli, sir. So participants are requested to complete the poll questions. Otherwise, the attendance will not be considered. So try to complete the poll questions. Only 3 members are not completed the poll question. Anita, Jan Basha sir, Sangeeta Rajendran ma'am.
Able to hear me? Ma'am? Ma'am, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Dear participants, the session is over today. Kindly attend the session at 9:15 a.m. promptly, and you have to appear in the full session. Then only your attendance will be calculated after polling the questions. Because it is being recorded, and the recorded has to send to the DST. So they have to check, and then only your certificates will be issued by the Department of Science and Technology. So please aware of it, and join at 9:15 a.m. promptly, and appear for all the sessions to equip your knowledge and for the growth of the students and the nation. Thank you very much for your patient hearing today. We will meet tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Thank you very much. Ma'am?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Any queries, kindly put it in the WhatsApp. We will reply immediately. Thank you. So now you can leave the meeting. Meeting is end, so you can leave the meeting. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you. Have a nice day. மேம் எண்டு மீட்டிங் கொடுத்துடலாம் மேடம்.
Sir, participants எல்லாமே leave ஆகட்டும் sir. The recording is going on sir.
Yes. We have to wait. Or shall we wind up, ma'am?